Yo, what's good, guys? Producer Micah here. And today, guys, we're gonna be covering another episode on this series of learning how to make beats in FL Studio. So in case you missed the first episode, kindly go watch that episode before watching this. And in this episode, we're gonna be covering 3 amazing Afrobeat drum groove you should master. And I'm gonna be showing you guys how you could create these drum grooves and also some important things in between. So without wasting time, guys, let's go. And I spoke about the 5 important buttons in the last video, which is the playlist, the piano roll, the channel rack, the mixer, and the plugin picker section. So we're going to be using mostly the channel rack because that's what is going to help us to be able to program our drums well. All right, so now I'm back into FL Studio, and I'm sure you're familiar with this interface. If you missed the previous video, you could go refresh so you have an understanding of how easy FL Studio basically is. All right, so this is our channel rack, and by default FL Studio sets the tempo to 140, and to make an Afro drum groove, we're going to be needing a slower speed. So I'm going to be going with a tempo of around 100 BPM, and you can easily set that by just right clicking and coming over here to 100, or you could just drag it, set your tempo. Or basically, if you have something in mind, you could just right click here and tap in what you want to create. But for me, since I want to use 100, I'm just gonna come here and select 100 BPM. And once you've selected your tempo, the next thing is to start bringing in your drums. And guys, make sure you spend a lot of time selecting the right sound. I cannot overemphasize on this. Make sure you spend a lot of time selecting the right sound, because sound selection is key. Sound selection is very important. Sound selection is key all the time. So I have some one shot I've already prepared. I've selected those one shot, crafted them well, and I'm gonna be dropping a bit of it in the WhatsApp channel. If you want the full version of it, you just have to be subscribed on my Patreon and you get the full version. But basically, I'm gonna be dropping some of the one shots once in a while for you guys, so you also benefit from this course. All right, so I'm just gonna go, and this is the one shot pack I have here. So in case you're new to FL and you don't know how to bring in your pack here, it's actually very simple. So once you've downloaded your pack with your browser, all you just have to do is drag it and drop on this section, and it's just gonna stay here. Very easy, just drag it and drop. So I already have my own pack here. If not, I would have showed you how it works, but it's very easy. Wherever you've downloaded it, just drag it and drop on this section, and it's gonna fall in place. So I have this one shot pack, and we're just gonna be using various sounds, so you can hear what each of these one shots, what they sound like. You have some nice sounding one shot. So this is basically the one shot we are gonna be using throughout this course. So it's very easy. So I'm just gonna go through my sound, and let me get my headphones so I could actually just hear what I'm doing. All right, so you can just go through the sounds, and so for me now, the first Afro drum groove I want to make is something like Blaze Beat. So if you know Blaze Beat, he has this amazing kind of bounce. So that's the first Afro groove we are going to be going with, because that's very, very simple. And it's good to start with the simple stuff and build from there. All right, so I'm just gonna look for a rim shot, and we have four main percussive or drum instruments you can use. So we have either a rim shot or a snare. We have a kick, which is very important. You need to know what a kick sounds like. Then we have hi-hats, and also we have like a conga or a bongo. So these 4 instruments, with just these 4 percussions, you can create a very, very solid drums. Then the other thing can just be to beautify the percussions you've created. So I'm just gonna go look for a kick, and there are various types of kick. We have a soft kick and we have a hard kick. So for the kind of vibe I'm going for, I need a very soft kick. So this is going to serve. So all you just need to do is drag it and drop. Drag and drop. So this is a sampler, an empty sample. So I could actually just delete it. And to delete is actually very easy. Just right click and delete, so that goes away. So I have my kick. Then the next thing I said is like a rim shot or a snare. So I'm going to go look for a rim shot, and I have various rims. Or a snare. Let's check the snare. Yeah, so I need something like this. Then the next thing can be a hi-hat or a conga. So I'm just going to look for a conga. And then let's see if you have some. Yeah, we can go with this conga. Then the next thing can be like a hi-hat. But with just these three, kick, snare, and conga, we can actually just create a vibe. And I'm going to be showing you our first drum groove. So I make sure that my metronome is turned on. And all I just need to do is turn it on here and hit play. And you know, it tells us how fast 100 BPM is, which is not bad. So the first thing I'm going to be starting with is my kick. So I can just start with my kick. And it's very easy to create that kind of the first bounce we're going for. All I just need to do is right click on my kick and put fill each 4 steps. So once I click on this, you know, it places my drum on every 4 counts. Fill each 4 step, basically what fill each 4 step does is putting your kick on every count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So that's just what it's doing. So you can see it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So yeah, that's actually what confused me. So we have our kick like this now. All I just need to do is put in my rim shot, and to put in your rim shot is very easy. All you just have to do is just follow along. It's very, very easy. You know, I've done this a couple of times, so I know where, you know, I'm to place my rim, and it's gonna sound nice. So with time, you know, all these just comes in place. So just keep practicing, and with time, you know, you're gonna master this. So let's hit play now. Yeah, so we have that issue again. So all I'm gonna do is just turn off this use loop point, and let's play it. Yeah, so we have that bounce. So I can turn off my metronome now, so you know it doesn't conflict with what I'm doing. And let's just hit play again. So we have, yeah, and let's see what we could do to the kick, because I feel like the kick is not sounding the way I want it to sound. You know, it was sounding better here. If you play it here, you can see it was sounding better than what is sounding here. So what you can do is just come over to auto and put it on resample, you know, and it's gonna sound better now. So let's hit play. Yeah. And what I love doing with my snare is just to tighten it out, tighten it up, you know, let it be very, very tight. And you can do that by just coming to your out and just tighten it, you know. So let's hit play. Yeah. So it fed that. So, you know, in no time we've created a bounce. So this is one of the bounce, you know, that is very, very popular in Afrobeat. And for me, I love my drums to actually hit, you know, hit really hard. And one way you can do that is by playing with the velocity. You know, I talked about the channel rack. I also talked about the piano roll. So now in the piano roll, we can play with the velocity. We can increase the velocity. You can also do that on the channel rack. I think it's this section here. Yeah, you can increase the velocity. You know, just increase it all the way up. You know, so you can feel how the rim shot is hitting harder than before. And on that way you can do it is by going to your piano roll. So I can just right click on my kick, for example, go to my piano roll and just increase it from here. So those are 2 ways you can increase the velocity of your drums, so it sounds hard. Yeah, so we have something like this. And we have what we call swing. So you can actually do your swing manually, or you can do it, you know, automatically using this swing. So yes, this section here that is called our swing. And what this does, it's better to show you what it do, what it does than, you know, explaining it. So I'm just gonna increase my swing all the way to 100, and let's play this same drum groove. So you can see it's giving it a, like, yeah, there's kind of a way, it's giving it like a swing. It's kind of giving it like a groove. So you can just set it to taste. So basically what I do is take it to the maximum and, you know, just try to bring it down. Yeah, so we have a nice swing. You have a nice swing. So that's one way you can do your swing. Or you can go to your piano roll, you know, and just manually shift this note, you know, holding your alt and just, you know, shifting it a little bit. You know, you can create your swing. So, but the most common way is just to, you know, use your swing here, and it's gonna give it that nice groove. So I could just play around with my conga and make sure that this is turned on, use loop point is turned off. And if you look at this sample here, there's like a space in the beginning. So what I can do is just take out that space by, you know, adjusting the sample start position. Yeah. So I've taken out that space, and for my conga, it's good to set it on tune. But since I'm just playing with my drums, all I just need to do is come over to this envelope section and just make sure you have something like this, then go back to your sample. So with my conga now, I'm just gonna play the drums and try to place my conga where I feel it should be. So let's hit our play. So you see that's not right. So I think it's around this place. And with our conga, you can play around with it. You can go to the piano roll with it. Right click here, go to your piano roll, and you can bring it down. And if you see, it's not changing pitch. Even though I'm bringing it down, it's supposed to be changing pitch, but it's not changing pitch. All I just need to do is go back to the sample and see this is on auto. All I need to do is put it on resample and take out the time. So once I bring it down now, it's gonna change in pitch. So you can see it's changing in pitch. So let's hit play now. So I can still go down. So yeah, so you can basically put it anywhere. So that's how you can use your piano roll. So today I've showed you how you can use your channel rack and also use your piano roll, which is very, very important. So we have a very simple drum groove, which is a very, very popular groove you hear in a lot of Afrobeat songs. So yeah, we'll be looking at the next very popular, popular Afro groove. This was a very popular groove, early then when, Afrobeat started. The likes of Runtown use this kind of vibe. Davido, they use this kind of vibe. So I'm just going to create another pattern, and let's call this pattern, drum 2, and we can give it a color, It's good to just keep everything really, really, really organized. So yeah, we have an empty one now. All I just need to do is go get a different type of percussions. So I'm gonna go over to my percussion, and let's look for a different rim shot. Yeah, so I need something like this. I think I'm still gonna use the same type of kick. So this kind of bounce is very popular, and it sounds like this. You have one here, I have one here, I have one here, we have something like this. So all these movements are easy for me because I've created these vibes countless times. So it might not just come easy for you. You might be like, how do I know where to put it? It's in years of consistently doing almost like the same thing, you get used to it. You know where it's gonna sound nice. So let me just hit play on this, this pattern, and let's see what it sounds like. But I have to turn off this loop point and take out auto, resample, and let's just take out the time. I don't know why the samples are like that. Yeah, so let's just play this and see. Yeah, so this was a very popular groove. Then for our kick, we can just do the same thing. We can put fill each 4-step, and trust me, you don't have to do fill each 4-step every time for your kick. You could actually play around with your kick, and I'm gonna show you how that's gonna sound. So let's hit play. Yep, then we can also put our conga, use the same conga. Let's see. Let's put our conga here. So yeah, this is let's go back to the first one. So this is what the first sounds like. Then this is the second drum pattern. And if you know this is not sounding as hard as the previous one, as the first drum pattern, all we just have to do to make it sound really hard is to, increase the velocity. I'm sure you got that. So we're going to go increase the velocity to make it sound, like the first drum pattern. And we can do that, by coming here and just increasing the velocity. Should I increase for my conga? No. So make sure that my rim shot is selected, and I'm just going to increase the velocity for it. Make sure my kick is selected and increase the velocity of it, and let's go. Let's play it now. So yep, we have the first drum bounce, and this is the second one. And see, I've created this drum bounce in no time. So it's just all about understanding where to place, place your rim shot, where to place your kick. And like I said, you don't have to put the kick on every 4 count. You can actually just play around with it. And for the third, let's just create a new pattern. And this is gonna be drum 3. So I'm just gonna give it a color, and let's hit enter. So for this drum bounce, I need a different kind of kick. I need a different type of snare bounce, and this is gonna be more like the Afro swing kind of vibe. So I'm just gonna go look for a rim shot or a snare. Yeah, let me go with this, and make sure that this loop point is turned. Most sample might not have issues. You don't need to turn off the loop point, and it's gonna be, it's gonna sound well. And make sure I'm off auto and none. So yeah. So this drum bounce is something like this. I hope I'm right. So let's hear what this sounds like. Yeah, so this is it, and I need a very hard hitting kick because this kick is not gonna serve for the bounce that I am after. So I'm gonna look for a different kick. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with this kick, and let's turn off loop point. I'm gonna normalize it just to make it hit really hard, and let's change the sample to none. And so for that we have something like this. Yeah, so I have something like. So with this now, I'm gonna have something like this for my conga. Yeah, so for my conga, I need to have a swing. So I'm just gonna go to the piano roll because I can't actually achieve that swing, on the channel rack. So all I just need to do is shift this. I need this to be around this place. So let's play it now. Yeah, so we have something like this. Then I can add like a hi-hat. I talked about hi-hat, which is another popular element of, making Afro beats. So I'm just gonna put this in place and let's see. And make sure that, the loop point is turned off, the sample turned off, and let's go. And this is an open hi-hat. Let's turn off the loop point, and let's put this too. I know we can go to our piano roll and just increase the velocity of each of them. So yeah, let's go to the piano roll, and I think I want to increase the velocity of my kick. So let's go to our kick and just increase the velocity, and also for my rim shot, let's increase the velocity, and together we have. Then for my hi-hat too. Yeah, so we've actually created 3 drum grooves. So guys, I just want you to practice this drum groove a lot. So with time, you can familiarize yourself with, this drum groove. And one way that I actually learned making beat is to remake sound. So I remade a lot of sounds and, built, my skill a lot. So I'll urge you, in your spare time, just pick a song and try to remake that song. And that's just one way can actually just improve on your beat making skill. You have to work on yourself more and more to stand out from the crowd. All right, so quickly, I've showed you these 3 drum grooves we've created on our pattern. This is the first one on pattern 1. And if you see that I've created all these drum grooves on the same tempo, so I could actually just increase the tempo to see what they'll sound like on different tempo. Yeah, let's see the drum 2. Yeah, let's just feel this to 4 steps. Yeah, then let's see the drum 3 part, the third part drum pattern. Yeah, so this is a 3 amazing drum patterns you could actually just use, and trust me, most Afrobeat songs covers 1 of these drum patterns. So if you can master these drum patterns, it's gonna really help you. And don't forget, sound selection is key. If you can see that I had to change my kick in the drum pattern because that kick was not gonna serve, was not gonna give it that punch that drum groove needed. So sound selection is key. Always spend a lot of time selecting the right sound, and you're gonna appreciate that skill with time. If you can master that, it's really gonna help you. So like I said, I don't want these videos to be as long, too long. So if you're here to join the WhatsApp channel, the link is gonna be in the description of this video. Just join the channel because there, I'm gonna be dropping a lot of goodies for you guys. And if you want to really get a lot, just try to subscribe to the Patreon channel where you get tons more of goodies. So guys, if you're here to watch the previous video, go watch that before watching this. And the next episode is gonna come up covering another topic. And at the end of this whole series in this month of November, trust me, you're gonna master the skills and have all it takes to make your first or your second or your third hard hitting Afro beat drum groove. So I hope you got something from this. If you did, man, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bell notification, and like, share this video. I really appreciate you guys doing that, and thank you so much. See you guys in the next episode. Peace.